Welcome into our Solstice Heart Song Qigong. This is being recorded on the 22nd of June 2023 in the Solstice portal window. So as we share the energy here today, it's going to imbue the recording so that each time you come back into the replay, this will be transmitting to you, and you will add to it as you connect in, because as you know, the whole quantum field thing is very, very present with us, and we're getting more and more connected with it. And particularly, you know, this heart coherence that we're playing with at the moment. I nearly said working, but it's not. There's a play field here, and how that resonance and our sound within that, our frequency and our sound, helps to populate the chi field, the quantum field, whatever you want to call it, with your Positivi-Chi, that then helps to, you know, it all sort of combines and does its thing. We're learning so much about this now, aren't we? And it's trusting in this process of truth and compassion and expansion and joy and love and all of these beautiful energies of the heart that we are going to be exploring in this session. So we're going to do some Qigong first. I'm going to set up how we're standing and what we're considering, our connection to the earth. The elements we're going to be using to support us here are the earth and the air in support of the fire. But also we've got the water element always in the background when we do our firework. And I've got my little spiral going around in the background there, which is sort of symbolizing the water element. Nice bit of grounding with the water and the earth. And that's why it's also nice to have your water handy, because yes, it's good to drink water and flush things through as we go through this process, because Qigong essentially is going to bring you into balance. And so whatever it is needs to be flushed out or released will happen energetically. It'll also happen physiologically. So if you haven't been for a wee yet, now's a good time to go, because one of the things that to remember is when we do our practice, we fill up our dantiens, our foundational energy center here. And this is situated just below the navel and just in alignment with the sacral chakra. But also, of course, the structure there, when our bladders are full, it reaches up into this area. And as you also know, that water holds a memory. And so when we fill our bellies with chi, this beautiful chi can also be absorbed into the water of our bladders, but also into the water of our intestines and our blood and our lymph. And so if you've got a full bladder and you're filling your belly with chi, and then you're going to have a wee straight after you've done your practice, you'll be weeing out some of your chi. Just saying. Obviously you can go back into replenishing it again, but yes, about 20 minutes is what you is suggested that you wait to let that absorption occur. But with this session, we're going to go into a meditation after we've done our chi practice. So that's going to give time for us to absorb all the beneficial energy that we're going to be gathering here in this session. So this is a massive topic, and in fact, this is part of the Heart Song Qigong course that's been running since the beginning of the month, and it's going to continue on in July as well. But we come into this special solstice masterclass time, which is it's a standalone session, but it's going to make reference to what we've done before, and it's going to also be a predecessor of what we're going to be carrying on doing as well. Because Qigong is very connective. It wants to connect and weave and help you sort things out by coming back to center, to balance, to calm, to this experience right here and now. So one of the things that we've been doing in these sessions is we have been connecting in with the rose, the energy of the rose. And I was playing with words again, like I like to do, and because the energy of the seasons has been increasing as we've come from the winter up to the summer. In fact, the solstice is the zenith of the season, of the fire season. So we're in the rising fire at the moment. So that rising, that raising, that rose rose and rays. See where I'm going with this? But no, it was also that the rose is a symbol of the heart, isn't it? A symbol of love. And we've had some golden roses that supported us in the red rose. So what I'd like us to do now is to, I'm going to pull a card for us all, but I'd like us just to settle into where you're standing or sitting. You can do this session seated or standing, or go between the two. Always do what feels comfortable for you. And with anything that I'm offering here, look and feel into what's useful. And if it's not, shake it out, move around, come back in again. You know, this is the beauty of Qigong. It's here for you to find your Qigong for this moment, here and now. Nurturing, nourishing, kinding, being with you. And generally in our Qi practice, we stand with our feet just over hip width apart, with the toes facing forward the best they can. Remember, there's a bit of ease in the ankles and knees. And if your toes go out a little bit to begin with, let them do that. It's better to do that than bring them into forward and then cause tension around the knees. Not good. So just finding this sort of this broad base, this broad foundation. You can plant yourself onto the earth, and simply speaking, this is like a mountain posture. So you've got that A frame. If I was wearing my trousers, you'd see the A frame going on. And the mountain is a symbol of the earth element. So we're planted and we're connected down into the Great Mother. And let's just take a few breaths to settle. Settle into your presence, the gift of your presence, giving yourself to you. This is big. And feel yourself softening in, softening into the support that's beneath you. You might find there's a few little movements you need to do as you come into this. So this is the less formal kind of approach. You're just coming into standing and being aware that all around you outside of the building, one of the reasons I didn't shoot this outside today is because it's really sunny and it's almost too much. So I wanted it's the evening session, more meditation, we're coming inside, but I can see the trees. I've got my little fancy geranium with its redness here, and we're tuning into the roots of everything that grows out of the Great Mother. And as you are part of her and part of nature, your energy roots can connect down and into her. And we're going to be looking at that stability, that foundation of the earth, as a way of offering a sure foundation of trust so that our hearts can feel safe to receive the Shen, the soul, the home of our spirit in our bodies, in our hearts. So our hearts can open, our hearts can breathe, is what I got there. Our hearts can breathe. Always the first port of call is how we connect down into the foundations beneath us. And this opens your release and restore channels. So just by doing this, stuff is going on energetically. And the more we soften and surrender, the more it can do that. And a lot of this practice is about unwinding tensions that can get in the way of ease and flow. So our bodies want to naturally ease and flow, don't they? And stuff gets in the way. So while I'm shuffling these beautiful Rose Alchemy cards, rosealchemy.com, I just want you to connect in with your heart now. Let's presence your beautiful beating heart, thanking it for keeping you alive and for being here on the earth at this time and connecting with those who you love. Taking a gentle smile into your heart. Feels like a card just wants to drop out. Ah, there it is. That's the one. Ooh, it's the Gaia Gateway. How beautiful. How lovely is that? So just let me come in a bit closer and you can see it. Yes, good, good, good. The Gaia Gateway. Gigi and her beautiful golden heart, all those stamens full of pollen and potential. But this is reminding us of that foundation of the earth, isn't it? Lovely red rose, red and gold.